Every time you have sex, there's a 10% chance the person you're having sex with dies. Would you do it?
No.
How do you explain that to the cops?
I didn't do it. It's a freak accident that my just heart attacks, okay?
You've heard of the death note now.
You
Get
wouldn't
ready
at all?
for the death.
Light, we need you to L. He's on your trail.
He sees a criminal on TV and he's like, Dad, find me this man.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm your host for today.
You really hit that ass there.
I am.
Yeah.
And what is that, Joey? What is that you got there?
Amogus.
And today we are going to be jumping on to more trends, even though, you know,
not really
out
a
of
trend,
all the
man.
trends that we've done, this one feels very on brand for shit that we've talked about already.
As per usual, though, Trash Taste is late to the trend again.
We are very late to the trend again, but I feel like we've talked about some of these before because we're going to be talking about Hear Me Out. Now, there's been a trend recently called the Hear Me Out cake. I only know about this.
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, what is white cake?
I don't know how this started.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because we just want to fictional characters.
Yeah, we just want to fictional characters and not be judged too much for it.
You're right.
So we know these are out of pocket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a bunch of characters, or I don't want to like put it into one category. It could be anything.
A bunch of things.
But a bunch of things. And all you need to do is present it to your fellow boys and just say, hear me out.
So we each have a number of ones that we think are our personal hear me outs. And then we also went onto the internet to look for, I guess,
some of the most popular ones.
yeah, some of the more popular hear me outs.
Okay.
And we will see if each of our tastes, as well as the broader internet taste of hear me outs, is questionable or not.
Oh, I would imagine they're all questionable.
I would hope so. They're called hear me outs for a reason.
Sometimes when I'm about to go to bed, I think like, if I ever became like a politician, which videos would be the ones they'd use against me?
Probably
This
this
is one of them.
This one. This
Not
is
that I have
definitely-
any interest in becoming a politician, but I did think I was like, which are the ones that would, these are the kind of videos that would be used against
I'm
me.
pretty sure there's already been enough.
There's enough. No, there's a lot.
There is enough
have no
footage
shame.
on Trash Taste
Yeah.
that would
The moment you open
discredit
your
us.
YouTube channel, it was all over.
Real.
Let's be real.
All right. How are we kicking this off?
So shall we go one by one? Do we start with? Do we want to start with you, Joey? Right off on the end.
Okay. All right. Well then, all right. You want to bring up my first one then? All right.
All right, so-
boys. Hear me out.
All right. Wait. How normal are we going here?
Mine are weird.
See, this is the thing I don't know, because the internet has so many weird fucking people like who are there who have really questionable tastes, and half the time I don't know if they're serious or not.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if my one's a normie or not, because the last thing I want to be in this episode is normie.
Well, it's like you could be like, all right, guys, no vanilla taste. And Joey takes that as like doggy style, while you're like, all right, torture.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly, right?
Like, I think
It's
like there's two like very different ways of perceiving.
Like, are we
this.
talking like foot fetish or
But,
like gimp
look,
suit?
Yeah.
we'll find out.
We'll find because
We'll find out.
because we know. I mean, I made my list and I was like, shit. I feel like this is pretty normal.
No,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I did not choose normal ones because I wanted it to be a hear me out.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
wanted that. Okay, so Joey.
Okay, hear me
Okay,
out.
Joey.
Hear me
Joey.
out. Human Shrek from Shrek 2.
Okay, well, first of all, before we get into it, could you please make your case for human Shrek?
Okay, Human Shrek. Look,
Why not just Shrek?
no. See, it's a different quality. You know what I mean? Shrek is just like a lovable, just like the ogre that everybody loves, right? The meme status, if you will. But Human Shrek, we only got to see in Shrek 2, right? For a very brief amount of time.
I don't even remember Human Shrek, if I'm being honest.
You don't remember Human Shrek?
No,
Dude,
it's been
okay.
a long time since I've seen Shrek.
I'm gonna get my family involved here and say that this is a hear me out from my sister as well. My sister was the one who was like, Joe, hear me out.
Wait, okay.
Human Shrek.
Does that help?
Okay.
Does it help?
Okay, my
Do you
argument
both
is.
want to take turns?
My argument is-
What is the argument, Joey? Why is your sister involved?
My argument is, look, my sister is involved because she was the one that opened me up to Human Shrek. The first time I watched Shrek 2, I was like, oh wow, Shrek is a human now. Okay, so that's cool, that's whatever. I was younger.
Your sister's just frothing.
Yeah.
Like,
But then it was a couple of years ago. I came back home and we were just like watching movies and whatever. I was at my sister's place and we watched Shrek 2 because we just needed something to put on the TV. And it's been like years since I last watched Shrek 2, right? And like my sister swears by Shrek 2 is the best Shrek
it is the
movie.
best Shrek. It's the best.
Yeah.
Shrek.
Yeah, it is.
And I always had the thing of like, oh no, from my memory, Shrek 1 was always my favorite because the last time I watched Shrek 2, I was still a child. Like when it first came out, which was God knows how long ago it was,
yeah.
right? So watching Shrek 2 as an adult, and you encounter human Shrek, all I'm gonna say is, look, I'm not gay. But if I was,
but okay, that raises the question: would you still
Yes.
with just normal Shrek?
Yeah, this is what I want to know.
I
Yeah.
would not with normal Shrek.
So,
Wait, so this-
so you would take this?
You're racist. What's wrong with the ogres?
Yeah.
I mean, he's an ogre.
Okay, so wait. So his personality is clearly fuckable, but it's only a hear me out
Yeah.
when he's in human form, which is attractive. He's attractive.
It's the difference between Squidward and fucking Chad Squidward. You know what I mean?
Wait, which one's more fuckable?
Chad Squidward. You would not. You cannot, honest to God, tell me you would fuck Squidward.
Actually, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, I feel like Squidward just needs a good life partner. The more you grow up, the more you're just like, you know what? I get him. I'm becoming that person.
No, totally. Squidward, as an adult, you rewatch SpongeBob and you're like,
Okay.
everyone has a Squidward in
Who
their
are
friend
we
group.
talking about right now? We're talking about Squidward or we're talking about Shrek?
We're talking about Shrek.
talking about
Okay,
Shrek.
Okay,
so
look.
why won't you fuck normal Shrek?
Because
that would be a hear me out in this
Yeah.
case, I think. This is less of a hear me out.
that's what I'm saying, though. I don't know if human Shrek is a normie take or not. But I'm being true to myself in saying that if I was gay and I needed a man in my life, I want someone like human Shrek. He's
But that makes
big,
it,
but if
that
you
makes
don't-
it sound like Shrek is below your standards as a human.
Yeah.
Just because he's a hear me. You're like, if I was gay and if
Yeah.
I was desperate, I would go for human
No,
Shrek.
not if I was desperate. He would be my first. He would be my
He's
first
your
choice.
first choice.
He'd be my first choice if I was gay.
Okay,
But
then
like-
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't like him at his worst, you deserve him at his best, Joey. You know?
This is true. This is true. This is like would you love Aki if she was a worm? Would you love human Shrek if he was Shrek? Yeah. Come on, think about
Would
this
you
now.
love human Shrek if he was an ogre? If you don't, then wow, Joey.
You don't
wow.
deserve. You don't deserve human Shrek if you don't love him while he's Shrek.
Yeah. Do you like him
you
for
don't-
his looks or do you like him for his charming personality? Which
I think the thing that made me be like, ooh, with human Shrek especially, is that in the context of Shrek 2, right? Like when he turns into a human in Shrek 2, right? This is like the real like fucking courageous moment, right? Like all the female girls like come to him and they're like, oh my God, you're like so
The female girl.
female girls. All the female human. Sorry, I'm getting excited. All the human girls are just like, oh my God, well, who is this like fucking hunk of a man who like? Look at that jawline. He didn't even mew once,
I
and he's
know.
already got that fucking
I know.
jawline, right? And he when he comes in, especially on that horse. Right, and that slow mo shot of like him like rearing the horse back as he like gallops towards Fiona and shit. I was
Yeah.
just like, ooh,
Come on.
something in my
you
heart.
feeling something?
Can we get
I
a
felt
side by
Doki
side of
Doki a
Shrek?
little bit.
Can we pull up Shrek?
Pull up
Yeah.
Shrek.
Pull up
I
Shrek
just want
as
to
well.
compare jaw lines, and I'll see what we're working with here. I mean, still a phenomenal jaw. Well, maybe not.
Yeah,
They're obviously
right. It's a
rounded.
bit round. It's a bit egg shaped.
You know, it's
know what I
not-
mean?
The jaw is fine. It's the teeth.
Yeah, that's
It's the teeth.
exactly.
That's better than half of the British.
And
Isles.
that's the point. That's just normal British teeth.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
This
shit.
is British, and then human Shrek is American.
Actually, now that I look about it, Shrek does look like a lot of people you see at the pub. He's got that beer belly. It's that shaved head.
Right?
Damn. This is just Britain to a T.
Now imagine if that same guy at the pub came back, right, a couple years later, right, with a full head of hair, fucking jawline chiseled the fuck out, came back from like a 4-day-a-week gym session for an entire year, right, and
Right.
fixed his teeth. Right?
But like you are this.
Am I alone in this?
This is Shrek with an Instagram filter on, Joey.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't like it.
We need to look at the real Shrek. You know,
No, fuck the real Shrek.
The bloke.
No, I don't want the
This is the definite look of a bloke. Look at that.
I don't want the bloke Shrek though. I want the Chad Shrek.
But I mean, yeah, human Shrek, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so here's the question now, right? Is this a normie take for a Hear Me Out?
Yeah.
You think so?
Compared to mine.
I was trying to. I thought mine was too normal, and I'm like, shit. If this is Joey's first one,
Well,
let's go on to your first one,
All right.
Connor. What have you?
we should actually we brought up Squidward, so let's actually bring up one of my ones.
Okay.
Which is
Okay.
in the same universe.
Oh god. Who is it?
So let's have a look.
I can think of any number of
Oh my
characters.
god.
Squilliam Fancyson.
Squilliam
Squilliam
Fancyson.
What would you prefer to Squidward? How about a more refined, gentlemanly Squidward? Hear me out.
Yeah, but he's got a monobrow.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not into monobrows, bro.
So
Sorry.
Hear me out, though. I mean, look, you're classy
As
guy.
someone who only knows about SpongeBob from number one memes and the episodes I've watched
Yeah.
and the out of context clips, can you explain the lore of Squilliam Fancyson to me?
This is just Squidward if he was like a posh fancy.
From what I remember, it was like his brother.
His brother?
It was
Or
his
cousin or
brother
something?
or someone who comes in during one episode
Yeah.
and kind of like everything that Squidward stands for, like that he thought he was like the refined one.
Yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
cultural, he was a well seasoned, what's the word? Like what's the
Like aristocrat.
Aristocrat.
culturally very rich.
Yeah.
And then Squilliam Fancyson comes in and shows him that everything he thought he was, he wasn't.
Yeah.
And Squilliam Fancyson is to hear me out because you're like, fuck Squidward.
Squilliam Fancyson is him, basically.
No.
In the SpongeBob universe.
Because
Does he have the same voice and everything, or is it like
even
the same
fancier. No. Let's play a clip.
Is it?
Let's play a clip.
Squilliam
Even fancier, even
Fancyson.
more snobbish. And I think there's a charm to that. Like he's the kind of guy that would take you to the Monaco Grand Prix.
Here we go. Squilliam Fancyson making us all feel poor for over 5
Oh my god!
minutes.
Of course you'd like this
Hear
character.
me out. Hear me out.
This is just Connor in the Squidward.
Yeah.
Sounds as though you've got a dying animal to attend to, eh, old chum? I hear you're playing the cash, Mr.
And he's got great
You
roasts.
have a big fancy band now, and we're supposed to play the Bubble Bowl next week.
So he's the type of guy that would just call everyone a
peasant.
peasant.
Yeah.
A peasant. He's very rich.
Why wouldn't you want to engage with sexual relations with Squilliam Fancyson?
I mean, he's a bit of a dickhead. Though,
Yeah, he's a
isn't
bit
he?
of a dickhead.
But
Yeah.
that's what makes him a good hear me out. I'm not interested in your cucky in your cockiness, in your cookie cutter. Cookie cutter characters. I want characters with edge. I want characters with a part that makes me hate them, but also fuck them.
So, okay. Weirdest question ever.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be top or bottom in this situation?
I would have to be.
What
bottom.
is what
I
is
would
more,
have to be bottom.
What
I
is
would-
more sexually gratifying for you in this situation?
Squilliam Fancyson?
Yeah.
He would insult me no end, so I'd probably have to be bottom. I
Bottom?
suppose. Yeah.
Right, right.
Would you ask him to shave his eyebrows?
No.
You'd keep that shit?
Double it.
Double it, give it to the next
Double
person.
it. I mean, he's just class in the SpongeBob world.
No, but like, I don't like the cockiness of him.
That's what makes him
That's a turn off for me.
I can't
You
comment
know?
on him too much. I can only comment on what he looks
Isn't
like.
human Shrek a cocky son of a bitch?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No,
I watched the Rumpelstiltskin movie.
Dude,
he's an asshole.
No,
in it.
bro, he's dedicated to one woman in his life.
I remember being a bit of a dick.
He goes through fucking hell and brimstone to get to Fiona.
See,
at the
actually,
end.
Rumpelstiltskin in Shrek would have been a good hear me out. Can we bring up
Well,
Rumpelstiltskin?
I've forgotten what they look like now.
So this is from the Shrek 4 movie,
Oh, I've not watched up to
which
Shrek
actually
4.
was pretty good.
Really?
3 was really bad. 4 was actually pretty fucking good.
Really? I heard 4
Yeah.
was terrible.
No, 4 was good. Or is this 4? I'm pretty sure it's 4.
I didn't see 4. I mean, he appears for a split second in 3, I think.
This would be a good
This
hear me
is
out.
also just a guy at the pub.
That is another.
This is
I'm
like,
just,
Also,
starting to realize Shrek is just different guys
also,
you meet at the pub.
I'm not a furry, but like, you know, Puss in Boots would be is the most fuckable person in the
okay.
universe.
100%.
I'm not a
Yeah.
furry, but
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
no, that's
is-
not even a hear me out. I'm fucking.
like,
He's just got that charm.
I think there's
and
like
that
5
swagger.
other characters in the Shrek universe I would fuck before human Shrek. The dragon,
Okay, yeah, that's
the dragon.
obvious. That's all.
The wolf from
Yeah,
Puss in
yeah, I was
Boots.
about to say the wolf.
Okay, the wolf. Okay.
Fiona, I would probably just go for next.
Why not?
I would probably pillage half of the village, I think, before I got to human Shrek.
But would you go for Ogre Fiona or
Ogre Fiona.
Ogre Fiona?
Ogre Fiona?
Get
Ogre
my
Fiona.
freak on. Get my freak on.
Who will match my freak?
It's got to be Ogre Fiona. What the fuck?
Yeah, human Fiona's too basic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Ogre Fiona.
human Fiona is like if she was in the modern age, she'd wear like Gymshark every day. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
look at those eyes. Look at those bedroom eyes.
Look at
dude.
those. Look at that attitude, man.
But I do objectively think that Shrek Fiona is more attractive than normal Fiona. Can we get a normal Fiona?
Can we get human Fiona?
Can we get a normal Fiona? There's a lot more to hold on to.
It's got handlebars. Yeah, see? Boring.
I genuinely like, and I'm not doing this as like a bit. I do think Shrek Fiona is just more attractive.
Yeah.
Do you not think so?
Dude, she's,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
She
I
looks
think.
like a melted fucking Barbie doll in like the human
Yeah.
form.
Dude, fucking Ogre.
I mean, how cooked are our minds right now? How far are we going to
Bro,
like?
Ogre Fiona only comes out at night. You know what that means?
And Fiona only comes out at night, and so do I.
Yeah. It's like Fiona during the day, I sleep.
Yeah.
Fiona at night, I'm awake.
That's the real shit, motherfucker. I don't know. I mean, I would take both. You know, I wouldn't say one.
Well,
Not both.
Look,
I'm not gonna
look,
say no
look.
to human Fiona.
In this particular image, Shrek Fiona or like Ogre Fiona does definitely have that attitude to her.
Yeah.
She has that sassy attitude.
I'm also not put off by the green. Doesn't faze me.
Wait, what do her teeth look like? Can we see the teeth? That's gonna.
Yeah,
Why,
yeah.
why do the teeth matter, God?
What are you, a pimp?
What do you, I
When you see your teeth?
like what?
Look, I've grown up in England. Okay, I know what the dental work can be
Well,
like.
presumably the difference between Shrek and human Shrek, you know, his teeth weren't worse. You have to imagine they get worse.
Yeah.
But you know, we live in Japan.
I mean, look, it's
They're
not
fine.
Okay.
it's not bad.
Look,
it's not
okay.
as bad as Shrek's.
In
Okay.
Japan, those would be considered too good.
Yeah,
They'd be
that
like,
is
you gotta
true.
fuck those
Yeah.
up a little bit
That
more.
is true. Yeah. I mean, look, look, Squilliam Fancyson, I don't fuck with, to be honest. I'm just not into those kinds of characters.
Yeah.
And again, if I
Weak.
had to pick someone in the SpongeBob universe, Chad Squidward all the way.
Chats.
But I don't even think that's a hot take.
Chad Squidward is ugly.
No, he's a Chad.
No,
Is it the
okay.
meme image that I've
Yes.
always
Yeah,
seen
it's the
around?
meme
He's
image.
fucking hideous. Yeah, can you bring it
can you
up?
show it? Can you show
looks.
it?
I don't think you realize how ugly he looks. He doesn't look handsome.
I need to see. Is this the meme image?
Like,
That one?
That's not handsome.
This is literally just. This is literally
Look at
just
the
mewing
TikTok
me,
one on the bottom
you know?
right there. Look at
Yeah.
that. That's what it looks like in real life.
Oh my god, that looks hideous.
Nah, not in my eyes.
No, I don't like the bum chin. You know the
The ball sack trim.
the ball
The
sack
ball
chin.
sack chin.
Like oh,
Wait,
Oh.
go show the full body one, the IMDb
Yeah, the
one there.
the full body one.
Yeah, the IMDb one. Yeah, that one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, bro skips leg day, but other than that, built like a reverse triangle.
Now I gotta go with Connor's pick for this one.
Really?
Compared to that, I don't know.
Damn.
There you go.
I don't know. This one looks like he's seen way too many alpha podcasts. He definitely listens to Andrew Tate probably, and
It's right for a fist bump.
We got there eventually. We got there eventually.
sorry, I did
Damn.
not notice. We got there eventually. This episode is sponsored by Factor.
Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Their team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long.
And one of the hardest things is keeping to a diet, but thanks to Factor, I can take that off my mind.
Eat stress-free with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every fresh, never frozen meal is chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or Vegan and Veggie. Also, discover more than 60 add-ons every week, like breakfast, on-the-go lunch, snacks, and beverages to help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. Skip the overpriced takeout trap. Factor is cheaper and way more delicious. Get chef-crafted, restaurant-quality meals delivered right to your door. And again, they're ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, which means more time for you.
Factor also offers Gourmet Plus meals as part of your weekly options, which means you can get a little gourmet with your meal plan whenever you're craving something special. I've had
US,
Factor
haven't
a ton of times in the US, and every time I have it, it's delicious, and I need Factor here in Japan. So if I could order it, I would.
So what are you waiting for? Head to factor75.com or click that link below and use code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box.
Woo!
That's code FACTORPODCAST at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box, guys.
50% off?
50% off. Back to the episode.
All right, go on then. What's your first one then?
Shit. Well, this is my first one.
Okay.
Is it the robot from Chobits? Because I would.
Cheat. Oh.
Bro, I also put this.
Did you also put this?
I did also put this.
Oh my god.
I was this close to putting the gorilla
Holy
as well.
shit. No. Washimi from Aggretsuko
Yeah.
is just, she's just her. She
Oh, dude.
is just
She is her.
in everything. And do you know what's like weird about this? Can you show the animal she's based off of as well? Because I looked at this and I'm like, God damn, I do not.
Secretary bird? Oh,
Can you
yeah.
search up secretary bird? I am not into like. This is the most photogenic fucking
Look at those
bird
legs.
of all time. Look at that bird.
No, the one below it. The one below it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
look
one.
Look at that shit.
I want to know like why they exist. Like what's the
Look at the eyelashes. Look at the fucking eye. Oh my god. This is a supermodel in bird form. You know, I ain't into bestiality, but like this energy right here. This looks like a fucking anime character right here already.
God was like, let's build this bird. Also, give it thigh highs.
Give it thigh highs. Give it the most beautiful. Can you search up the lashes as well? Because I think there's a close up of its
Jesus.
lashes as well. Because oh my.
Yeah, we're not even. Look at those
Look at
lashes.
that shit.
Oh,
why are they so beautiful?
beautiful. Look at that. Oh, on fleek.
What is her routine? What is her routine? I just need to know. This is more womanly than
This is
most.
this is the L'Oreal ad, right? This is the L'Oreal logo.
This could actually be a shampoo advert. Bro, Instagram models could never. Like this
Yeah.
this is more photogenic than most people you see on Instagram, man. Oh my god.
Girls get like eyelashes done for like hundreds of dollars. Meanwhile, Secretary Bird is like, I woke up like this.
They can't beat nature.
God damn.
But
No,
yeah.
okay. Washimi, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, out of everyone in Aggretsuko, she was like, I saw Washimi, and I'm like, she just has her life put together.
True.
Maybe she doesn't, but she just has that energy where she's like, God damn, you are a real real woman.
We
man.
love a hot businesswoman as
Yeah.
well. Look at that. Look at that attire as well.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's crazy how true to life it looks, but
Yeah.
just hot.
What about the gorilla?
What about the gorilla?
I like the gorilla too.
Her best friend. Look up the what the fuck is that? Gorimi.
Greeny.
Gorimi from
It
Aggretsuko.
was like a toss up between one of them for me, and I was like, I wish you'd
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take two of them for a spin.
You didn't want to do the pig boss?
The pig. Nah. Look,
Her personality is great.
you know it's the same voice actress as well.
What?
Is it actually?
Yeah, as Washimi. It's the same voice actress.
Oh,
She
shit.
does two different voices.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
In both English and Japanese?
In Japanese, it's the same voice actress. Yeah.
In English, I'm pretty sure it's different.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, I was really close to putting Gorimi,
Yeah.
but I will go. I'm happy with Washimi as well.
Yeah, out of the two, I'll take Washimi.
Yeah.
But Gorimi was also love her as well.
I'm pretty sure anyway. No, never mind. I lied. I lied. I thought it was the same voice actor. No. Feneko and Tsunoda is the same voice actress.
I mean, they're kind of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Feneko and Tsunoda.
Ignore me. Anyway, yeah. Washimi, 100%.
But out of the Aggretsuko cast, I think those two are the two like power picks.
I agree. I mean, yeah. I don't know. See, the pig boss, I'd go for a drink with him.
Nah.
Nah.
I like, you
Nah.
know, especially
Nah.
like
Nah.
season
Hear me
3, he
out.
goes through some shit.
Hear me out.
You know, I don't want
He's
to.
a good guy.
I don't want to.
He's a good
I don't
guy.
want
He's
to
got
get
a
you
good
out.
game. He's got a good game.
Do you know what's sad? Out of all the Aggretsuko characters, I think Aggretsuko is the one that gets like the Retsuko is the one that gets like the least love.
Yeah. She's just kind of like there, you know?
She's just too normal. I feel like, you know?
Yeah.
I got bored of watching Aggretsuko after like 3 seasons.
I think there are only 3 seasons, aren't there?
I think it's 4 or 5.
Is there?
I can't remember. I stopped watching after season 2.
I stopped after season
I think.
3.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot.
Yeah,
Really?
because it turned out to be like more of like a, I don't know. It was like, okay, here's
Yep.
Okay.
yeah, okay, 5th and
Never mind.
final season.
When they fucking introduced the fucking donkey tech bro, I was like, I watched that season. I was like,
Donkey Elon.
I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah.
Really, I thought that was the peak.
That was when it like after that I was like, like I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
and then
watch.
season 3 is just like basically Haida just going through like the Oyasumi Punpun timeline. Basically,
pretty
like
much.
it was.
I'm like, my bro Haida, please, bro.
Haida was just getting cocked, bro.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right, Joey, do you want to go to your next one then?
Okay, my second one is this one is a deep childhood memory. Hear
Deep
me
childhood
out.
memory. Okay.
Lola from Shark Tale.
This is not even a hear me out. She's objectively.
Yeah, right?
just-
Okay, this is the one I was the most worried about. If this is just like
This
a
is
normie
the
pick or
one
not.
you were
This is
most
normal.
worried about.
This is normal, right?
This is normal.
yeah.
It's fucking Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, this is Angelina Jolie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sultry as fuck. And like, my God, I'm just gonna say, Will Smith's character fumbled the bag hard.
I can't even remember the
Was a
plot.
legendary fumble.
It was a legendary fumble.
I can't even remember the plot of Shark Tale.
It's the one where like Will Smith's character, he
Works at a car wash.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets run into a situation where like it seems like he killed a shark and he gets known as like the shark killer or whatever it was. And the entire reef is like feeds into his lies and then he has to somehow bullshit his way through all of that.
Oh yeah, Robert De Niro was in this. I completely forgot.
Okay, so I watched this movie over Christmas with my family.
Yeah.
Because why not? The cast is fucking stacked in this movie. It's actually insane.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese plays the pufferfish with the giant eyebrows.
Oh, Jack Black's in this?
Yeah.
Oh my
He's like
God.
the wimpy shark.
For some reason, like the only DreamWorks movie I remember from when I was a kid was obviously Shrek was like the big one.
Yeah.
But I always thought Shark Tale was like DreamWorks' version of like it always felt like DreamWorks was doing their own version of a Pixar movie.
Yeah.
You know?
This is. I think a lot of people were like, "This is Pixar's Finding Nemo."
Yeah.
Basically. Which
That was
look,
kind of what they did back then, though. They would just kind of whatever they were doing, they would do a similar
yeah.
concept.
I will say though, without a lick of irony, this movie is legit excellent. Like it's still a really really fun.
I thought it was a fun movie.
It's
I
a
can't-
really fun movie.
I remember not liking it very much.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you scroll up on the reviews?
You got to give it another watch, man. This movie's great.
I remember watching this and I was like, it's not as good as Finding Nemo.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Nah.
6 out of 10.
Like, look, I think in like as like a time capsule of the era, I think
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
But like as a movie, I don't think it's that great.
All right, but either way, it doesn't change the fact that I want to fuck Angelina Jolie as a fish.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
As a fish.
As a fish.
In game,
In
guys.
game.
In movie.
In movie,
More of a hear me out would have been Robert De Niro's character or Martin Scorsese's character.
Martin Scorsese's character. I mean, it just looks like fucking Martin Scorsese.
Hear me out. Hear me out, man.
Look, I love Martin Scorsese as a director.
Hey, I really need that role, boss.
Yeah.
What do I got to do for it?
Okay, what about Renee Zellweger's character?
Can you put her up again?
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
not.
I do not-
yeah, let me just.
It's the fish that Will Smith's character fumbles and instead goes with.
How many women does he fumble?
Angie, I think her name was. Yeah, I don't know why I remember.
Okay,
that.
I remember her not
Okay.
being Lola. And
Yeah,
look,
right?
we all want to be with Lola,
We all wanted to be with Lola.
but we all know that
That's not a great screenshot. Kai, you picked the worst screenshot for
That
this
is the
character.
perfect screenshot.
This is the audience once they heard my human Shrek take.
This is just anytime our audiences pause when they are.
Yeah, it's like, what
Like-
the fuck did he just say?
she's still pretty fucking ugly.
Yeah, right? Like, see, is that a hear me out?
Why do her eyes look like she's been interrogated in Guantanamo? You know what I mean? Like, look at that shit.
Surely
Yeah,
there's a
she's-
more photogenic picture.
She's gone
of-
through some shit.
No.
See, because like the whole point of the character designs in Shark Tale was that they were supposed to look like the actors they were being voiced by.
Well,
But
I mean,
and it's also like-
keeping the energy, but also having characteristics about what that character.
yeah,
is
but
meant to be
they
like.
really did Renee Zellweger dirty with this
And
one.
also, like 2004 animation was at such a weird point where it still didn't look that great.
That is
Yeah.
true.
And it was still like, it definitely was good enough, but when you look back at it, it's like, this.
Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. Hear me out though. Will Smith though. What about Will Smith's character? Fucking what's his name? It's not Will. What the fuck's his name?
Just Will.
It's not Will.
it's just Will Smith.
Oscar. Oscar is his name. Oscar from Shark Tale.
I mean, he looks like Will Smith.
It
Yeah.
looks like Will Smith.
Yeah, this is peak like mid 2000s Will Smith.
Oh damn,
when-
Lola though. Lola though. Look at that.
Yo,
Look at those
why
eyes.
she look at me like
Look,
that?
why is
man?
she looking at me
Why
like
is
that?
she looking at me?
Well, I remember when Will Smith was like the guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
he was
yeah,
just the starring man.
Well,
I mean, he could do nothing wrong for the longest time, and then the Oscars happened.
No, he'd fallen off a bit before that.
A little bit, but I feel still like he was, you know. No, it was all that shit with him and his wife.
Yeah,
that-
his
No,
wife.
that's right.
People
Yeah,
have-
yeah,
people
yeah.
have
Yeah.
been clowning on him for
Yeah.
a long time.
yeah, that.
So yeah, Lola
Made
is
people-
100%.
I mean, it just makes me realize. Most of your childhood crushes come from like DreamWorks movies, Joey. Is that just your
He just
childhood
wants
right
to fuck
there?
animals. He wants-
I'm a furry. What can I say?
Everything here so far has been a DreamWorks movie.
Yeah, I mean, those were the first two that like popped up into my mind when I was like going all the way back and thinking like, all right, what were the ones where it was like, as a child, I didn't really even think about it, but then as an adult, I'm like, hang on a second, there's something there. Yeah.
All right, Connor, what's your next one?
All right,
All right,
hear me out.
I mean, look,
I think we talked about this on a
can
Smash
be
or Pass.
anything you want it to be.
look. In terms of like which Pokemon would you fuck, Ditto is just the correct answer because it can be anything you want,
But it wouldn't be like you.
but just with Ditto's face.
well, no, like Ditto would make a one-to-one fleshlight of the person because you're not fucking anything. There's no soul. You're just fucking a husk.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like if you're like,
It has a
like,
soul, right?
it's alive.
Ditto.
Yeah, but like, okay, all right. So
Okay,
if
okay.
I'm like Ditto and I show him a picture of Lola from Shark Tale, and then I start fucking Lola from Shark Tale, I'm not fucking Lola from. I'm fucking a husk of Lola that Ditto resembles. You know, he's just made a human fleshlight of the
Yeah,
person.
but he'll still have like that face. You know.
Yeah, but he's not going to be like, oh yeah, this is so good. Keep going. He's just
He'll
going to
just be like Ditto.
presumably he might make noises,
Yeah, he'll just go Ditto.
which honestly I could phase out.
I'm like, Ditto, just wear
So
this bag
what
over your
is
head
the
for a quick second.
difference between Ditto and the most advanced owner hole?
I'm
That's-
also okay with just fucking base Ditto. Because I was gonna put Muck, but Muck felt too aggressive.
No.
Muck felt like he
is
would
like
not-
too
Muck
much
is-
of a mess.
Yeah,
I feel like I would tell Muck to stop and he wouldn't.
Muck is Ditto if he just smelled like shit.
Which has its charms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's,
But I mean, what that mouth do though? That's all I'm gonna say.
well, Grimo also maybe is Grimo is like you're not ready for Muck. You're not ready for
There's
Muck.
levels to it.
You're not
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
for Muck yet. You want to start off.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
think there's something appealing about a gelatinous glob that can conform to your needs.
Well, I think a lot of people would agree with you since fucking Monster Girls have that. Monster Girls always have the fucking jelly girl or whatever you
Yeah,
call it.
like in Monster
Yeah, he's
Musume,
just a
there's the
jelly
slime
girl.
girl.
Yeah.
right?
the slime girl. People
I'm
just
down
love
for
slime.
yeah, slime's great.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Nickelodeon.
Ditto is more like you are
Ditto-
fucking Play-Doh.
Yeah.
This is it doesn't feel like look at that. Look at that consistency. That's like way too hard.
No, we don't know. We scientists don't know yet.
I feel like we do.
We don't know.
Like
Pull up the Pokedex
Okay,
entry.
okay.
What is can we Google the consistency of Ditto?
Consistency
the
of Ditto.
consistency of Ditto.
This will change my mind, by the way. If it is like Play-Doh, I will.
What does Ditto feel
Like
like?
a little water balloon with a soft exterior. I'm down.
No. There's no lubrication.
you're fucking a water
There's no lubrication. There's no lubrication. At least with Mark.
I can source my own lube gun.
At least with Mark, it smells like shit.
Yeah.
But you could just plug up your nose and then mouth breathe.
I feel like it'd be.
Oh yeah, so you can fucking pile of manure if you just block up your nose, right? Same thing. I don't smell it.
Same consistency, right?
So man, what's the common consensus on this?
Let's see. I always thought it was
Slime.
like gack or slime. If you poke it, it
Gelatin.
squishes, but you aren't actually wet afterwards. Yeah, so it's like slime.
Like slime, yeah.
Yeah,
I think slime.
yeah.
People agree slime.
Yeah.
He's slime.
I mean, look, if I totally hear you.
Ditto can be
with
whatever
Ditto.
you want.
It can be whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
You just have to tell it to not talk.
Which is honestly how most of mine go.
Yeah. Maybe a bag over the head, but other than that, we're good. We're Gucci. I hear you.
I have to say no for base Ditto.
Yeah.
Base Ditto. I don't know. I don't know how that
base
even.
Ditto, maybe not.
I don't know how that even works.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You know.
What do you mean? How does it work?
If you fuck Ditto, you
The same way if you fucked a jar of peanut butter.
Why would you want to fuck?
Yeah, who would do that? That's weird.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Nah, that's crazy. Who would do that?
We've never done it, right, guys? We've never done it.
Who would do that?
Okay, if we're on the topic of Pokemon, then I have one that's a Pokemon.
All right.
That's not Ditto. Put,
Joey,
yeah,
what's
put, the,
your
put my
one? What's your
Pokemon one.
Joey?
If it's like Gardevoir,
No. See,
Or Lopunny?
I purposely
like
avoided
Lapras.
Gardevoir and Lopunny and Lapras and stuff like that because it's easy. Florges.
is it because of how she's like her back?
I'm sorry.
grows?
Look at that ass.
Okay, that's not an ass,
Okay,
Joe. It's a stem.
No, it's an ass. Stems don't
Can we
grow
Google?
that
Can
way.
we Google how big is Florges?
Yeah, Florges.
How tall? I want to see.
I
the
think it's
Pokédex.
pretty big if I
Florges?
remember correctly. 109 centimeters. Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
So it's like
3 feet.
look, Joey, your cock would split it open.
No, it's tough. Don't worry about it.
3 feet.
3 feet.
That's fine.
3 feet.
It's
You want
fine.
to fuck a daffodil?
Yeah.
You want to fuck a flower, Joey? That's literally what you're fucking right now.
Joey goes to the fucking bouquet store and says, "Oh,
Can you turn it around?
Yo, why that stem like that?
Look,
Ooh.
the Pokemon Company knew what the fuck they were doing when they were like, "Oh, let's take the stem.
I disagree."
Let's take the stem and shape out an ass with it, because stems don't grow like that on flowers.
Are you so?
I want to fuck a
So if
daffodil.
you see a shape resembling an ass, you're like, oh,
I mean, I'll get a corner shop at least. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. We just monkeys in shoes, boys. Let's not forget that.
Joey's like, he sees the letter I, and then when it goes to L, he's like, oh, the
curve.
He's like, oh, the ass on L.
He sees the letter 8 and he's like, oh my god, the love handles on that. Oh.
I can grab it right in the middle.
The most fuckable moment.
Yeah. 8 is the most fuckable number. I will agree.
I see the infinity sign. It's like, oh, it's ready for me. It's on its side already.
9 is like, yo, the hole's right there.
It's right there.
The hole is right
It's
there.
just showing me what to
Goddamn.
do.
So what are these? So okay, tell me more about why you think this is a hear me out. Like I want
Okay.
to hear the full details of what you enjoy.
First of all, it's a fairy type Pokemon, right?
Okay.
Which means that it's nice. It'll treat you well in the bedroom. All right,
How do you know that for sure?
because they're fairy types.
Jigglypuff's fairy type, and he's a terrorist.
If it's a boy, but if it's a girl,
Yes.
I'm fucking it.
Oh my god.
Boys, you can't keep reacting like this. We're gonna be doing this for the next hour and a half.
Okay, this is...
Look, out of the non-obvious Pokemon, right?
I don't know what the obvious Pokemon is. I am not one of those people that is just like...
He's
you know,
talking Gardevoir.
I'm talking Gardevoir,
Lopunny.
Lopunny, Lapras, Vaporeon, right? The ones that everyone talks about where it's like, yeah, like
Do you
even
know?
Ditto.
Do you know about Vaporeon the meme?
Yes.
Yeah, we showed him,
because
remember?
you showed me
Yeah.
on the Pokemon
Yeah.
Smash or Pass.
Yeah.
What about Mewtwo?
He would.
I would.
I fucking knew you would.
I would.
Because it's got hips.
I would.
Look at
God
that.
damn! Dude, fucking...
Bro, you'd definitely be a bottom with like Mewtwo.
Of course.
This is if you go for Mewtwo, you like to be dominated.
I just don't like the idea that he's reading my mind while fucking me.
maybe that makes it better. You know?
I want him to just like whisper in my ear, I do not understand the circumstances. that fucking line that he says in the movie.
He won't even fucking whisper in your ear. He'll fucking telepathically say that, which actually sounds kind of hot.
I've seen enough hentai to know what'll happen. His tail will go down your like throat into your stomach, and then like a bunch of weird shit will happen.
And then he can like mind break. He can mind break you.
He will literally mind break you.
He can mind break you.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so
actually, I'm convinced. Actually, now that we're discussing
but
it,
the Florges, I'm not convinced.
You're not convinced?
No.
Yeah.
It's why? Where do you? Okay, question. Okay,
It's
you're
just
implying that's an ass.
It's just
I
so-
don't think she has an ass.
It's just so female-like. You know what I mean? That's
that is the most incel shit you've ever said.
It's
just like a female.
That is a lady right there.
I would say she does have the curves.
Right? That's a woman.
You can see that on a runway. You know,
Yeah.
if we're talking about fucking
There is nothing to put
Secretary.
it. Where do you put it?
Look, we'll figure it out. Let's
What
not
are you
rush
gonna
it,
do?
okay?
She watches you while you jack off.
I'll take her to dinner first, all right? Let's not
no,
rush it.
hear me outs aren't always about fucking people.
Yeah.
you
Yes,
know?
they are.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
they are.
No, it's
No,
not.
yes,
It's like,
they are.
hear
No,
me
no,
out.
no.
Hear me out. Maybe I just want to take them on a nice date.
Yeah, hear me out. I'm just
No,
no,
we
no.
cannot change what this means. This means fucking. This is
no,
all
no.
it means.
Hear me out is
no.
hear me out.
Hear me
I'm
out
just
is we're
mad.
fucking.
I'm weirdly attracted to this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. It's the energy. It's
Yeah.
the energy. It's not, it doesn't always necessarily mean smash or pass.
Yes,
hear me
it
out
does.
is just like, look,
I disagree. I
something about that
respectfully
energy.
disagree.
If it ends in smash, I ain't complaining.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So how would you smash? How do you get it done?
We'll fucking figure it out, dude. Don't worry about it. They fucking look in the
Okay.
game. They breed, right?
Yeah. Plants can reproduce, Joey.
Yeah, I'll figure it
They don't
out.
fuck humans. We're
I'll
not the
figure it
ones
out.
who are bringing them to
I'll
life.
put a daffodil on my cock. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Whatever it takes.
I'll pass.
God damn it.
Joey breeding in the flower world would be like, she just gives off her fucking pollen and Joey just goes, oh, babe.
Another one.
Babe.
Give me another line.
I need to breed more.
Give me
please,
another
babe.
line.
Right.
I'll pass.
Fuck's sake. All right, I skipped. I skipped Gaunt. So Gaunt, what's your one?
All right. I can't remember what my next one is.
All right, throw it up, Kai.
This episode is sponsored by Sakuraco.
Do you know what Sakuraco is?
Of course I do, but remind the viewers who don't know at home.
Gladly. Sakuraco is a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local makers across Japan. Each box is carefully curated with traditional and seasonal snacks like mochi, dorayaki, manju, and more, including signature Japanese teas and an exclusive homeware item. Sakuraco delivers an authentic taste of Japan to your home.
And this box's theme is what, Joey?
It is the moonlit Sakura, Skion Sakura, because of course we are coming around
season.
to Sakura season.
Yes.
You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people here in Japan right now who are here for the Sakura. So if you can't be here for the Sakura yourself, why not bring the Sakura to your home with Sakuraco? Look how many
all of
pink
these
things
snacks.
there are.
That one looks so
Oh.
good. I gotta get in on this.
What you have there, Connor, is a Sakura chocolate cookie. This seasonal cookie is made with a delectable twice-baked dough and coated in a soft pink sweet chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
It's a perfectly indulgent spring treat.
Oh yeah.
And Joey, tell me about this Sakura mochi I'm having right now.
That right there is Sakura mochi. This is a classic, actually, very traditional Japanese snack that is, as the name suggests, perfect for Sakura viewing.
And wow, they have 2 Sakura hibiscus teas and something that I've spotted, Joey.
Oh, Sakura senbei? Oh, they're pink.
Yeah, Sakura.
They're like petals.
Nice and salty.
Nice and savory, actually. Can't open up the exclusive tableware that Sakuraco is offering this month.
Let me show you, Joey.
Oh, that's
the
nice.
Sakura wagashi plate. This is actually really, really nice.
It's a nice plate.
My mom would love this, actually. I'm gonna give this to my mom.
Also, every box comes with its own booklet where you can find out a bunch of cultural information, information about the snacks, and other important stuff like allergen information as well.
So get a special Japanese matcha set for a limited time if you get an annual subscription with Sakuraco, or use code TRASHTASTE to get $5 off your first order. And click that link below right now or scan the QR code on screen for more information and enjoy the beauty of nighttime cherry blossom in your own home. Thank you so much to Sakuraco for sponsoring this video. Back to the episode.
Your next one is
Boys.
Dr. Kureha.
Yes.
The one with the chopper?
Ronald Chopper. Chopper's
Okay.
Chopper is like sensei.
The OG doctor. I'm saying, all right, we've seen our MILFs in anime and stuff, right?
Let's talk about the
and
gilfs.
Every gilf, every gilf is like a cheat, right? You got fucking Tsunade. She's not a fucking gilf,
Yeah.
all right? You got the grandma from Dandadan. Like they
Yeah.
that's just cheating, right? That's
Yeah.
just MILF with a different number. This is a 100% accurate gilf.
I mean,
I'm gonna fucking
look at those fucking hips, dude.
I know.
God
She, obviously her face, you can see how old she is, but
Sure.
she still has that youthful energy, and she fucking kicks ass, man.
But look, unlike Shrek Fiona, not Shrek Fiona, unlike Ogre Fiona, her teeth are immaculate.
that is true. She is
immaculate teeth.
She is a doctor, Joe.
Exactly.
Here's my problem. Can you zoom in on the face?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you zoom in more? Right. I want you boys to cover up the mouth. You're fucking Dr. Eggman.
I mean, hear me out.
It's like when I cover up that, it's just Eggman.
Yeah,
It's
what's wrong
just-
with that?
Which Eggman?
Any.
Jim Carrey's Eggman. I'm
Jim Carrey's, of course.
that's a hear me.
100%. Eggman
100%.
also, Eggman with that body as well?
Eggman with that body.
Eggman with that body?
Yeah, my issue with this is that it looks like, and I'm not trying to be like it looks like Eggman, dude.
Sonic X Eggman. God damn, dude. Now that is the definition of I skipped leg day.
Because online, when you're like, that looks like a fucking man.
Yeah.
And they're just being, because it doesn't look inherently feminine. But
Right.
her face is extremely masculine.
Yeah, but look at those hips.
And like,
I also like-
it's the wrinkles, man. They're like as
Nah.
deep as a fucking, they go as high as Everest and deep as the trench.
Look, it doesn't matter when she just has the fucking attitude,
She
man.
does, she
She
does.
has the
You
personality.
could pull her forehead over her eyes.
she is 100% top. Like there is no question she is top.
Look,
But her body-
she is a no bullshit grandma.
Yeah.
It makes you think if what am I about to say?
This is like you mentioned the grandma from Dan to Dan, right? She's clearly not a grandma.
She's
right?
clearly not a
Yeah,
grandma.
yeah.
Right?
And like in this case, from neck down, she's clearly not a grandma.
No.
Okay, but
If you want a grandma, you gotta be ready for a grandma, John. Okay? You gotta be ready for everything that involves with that. No,
okay.
You can't have a grandma face with a 20-year-old body.
Hypothetically speaking, right? Hypothetically speaking, if we advance medical science to the point where humans can slow down aging, if we can get to that point in the human future, I'm trying to choose my words very carefully here, as you can probably tell, would you think thirsting over grandmas would be more socially acceptable?
Why were you worried about that? Wording wise.
I was trying not to say, would you fuck a grandma?
What's wrong with that?
I mean, there are people who already do that.
I know.
I mean, if you're both both consenting, I think it's fine.
But
You're both
but
adults.
here's the thing. You say MILF, everyone's like, yes, king.
Yeah.
Spit. You say grandma, and people are like, ugh.
Yeah, that
Ugh.
is true.
Well, I think it's because like when you think MILF, you don't think of like your mom. But when you think grandma, I think you can't help but think about your like grandma.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, is that true? Wait.
Because you say MILF, but when you say grandma,
Yeah.
grandma is a term that you would use for your grandma, right?
gilf.
But you wouldn't say you wouldn't call your own mom a MILF. And if you did, that's degenerate and disgusting, right? So I think MILF helps you like separate like mom. Because you wouldn't be like, I'm gonna fuck the mom, right? Because then it sounds like
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then you're getting with a gilf then. If you
Gilf
want to separate,
sounds better than grandma.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Grandma is a term comes with a lot of like there's a
Wholesomeness.
Well, so does mom, to be fair.
I think because grandma as well, it also implies like you're like fucking into someone's family. You know what I mean?
And you're not with a MILF?
MILF has been ruined by porn where it doesn't feel that way, I think. Don't you think as a term? Like when you think of I'm gonna fuck a MILF, you don't think of like there's a whole ass family involved.
Well,
But-
I haven't watched
right.
enough GILF porn to make that sense.
I don't watch
Exactly.
I don't watch GILF porn. What I'm saying is like it comes with a lot of extra meanings, which I think
Right.
people aren't ready to.
I
to
just
battle.
think that MILFs have become now that you're saying this, why is it more acceptable? There
I
is
think,
no
it's because,
reason.
I think it's because the age gap is closer with MILFs than it is with GILFs, right?
but there is no by Connor's standards.
But you're also implying that everyone who gets with MILFs is like younger than them. They could be older.
they can be older.
Yeah, but the idea of a MILF is that you're getting with
An older woman.
an
Yeah.
older
Which is what
woman,
it has
right?
become
I think
now.
it's because
It's not become
I think it's because once a woman gets to a certain age, they become
Just a
maybe
MILF,
like
yeah.
well, just a MILF, but also like they get to a point where maybe they're not seen in as sexual of a way as MILFs are, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm like seriously breaking down.
No,
this
I'm
shit.
breaking it. Like, why?
Someone has to have this conversation.
Yeah.
What? Well, someone has to have this conversation because by Connor's logic, you know, we shouldn't say the word granny or grandma, but why is it become a fetish to say mommy in bed or daddy?
Because that is like a fetish that is pretty much tied to like, you know,
Yeah.
you are looking for
Because
that kind
listen,
of
if
relationship.
if you were my friend and you were like, yeah, my favorite thing to do in bed is scream grandma, I'd be like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore.
I think the implication is like if you had sex with a grandma, right?
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
let's say you actually wanted to start dating,
Yeah.
and then you were like, she's like, oh yeah, meet my son. He's older than you. You know,
Yeah.
like then,
Yeah.
and then like he's gonna be like, nah, what's going on here? Like there's a lot of red tape involved.
Yeah.
Maybe
look,
Freud was right. Maybe Freud is right. Maybe deep down inside,
But also when you think of gilfs, I guess that's the term I'm gonna go with.
we're gonna go with
Let's stick with gilfs.
Let's stick with gilfs.
What age are you thinking about? Like when you think it, like what's the age range it comes to? I normally think like 60s.
Yeah,
Is that-
60
Yeah,
plus.
60
Because then I
60
think
plus.
like, because 50s is such a weird range. Like 50 is like, what you could be either category, right?
it's like, I'd say for me personally, MILF maybe goes up to around maybe 55. And then between 55 and 65 is kind of the gray zone.
Well, you also have to consider, right? The term MILF is also evolving in the modern times.
Right.
Because as the new generation have kids later and later, that also means that MILFs are getting older and older. We're not getting as many like, you know, back in the day, I would say that, you know, there were teen pregnancies were a lot more common. So, you know, you would
could be
see,
in like your late 20s and be a
yeah,
MILF.
you would see people late 20s, early 30s be a mum. And that would, you know, I feel like a lot of the MILFs we've seen in films and depictions in films are probably like that kind of like range that we're thinking
Okay,
about.
question. Kai, look it up. How old is Kureha?
But also as a MILF enjoyer, it's not so much about the age, it's more about the energy.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's about the energy.
Okay,
they
so then
carry.
what if Kureha was giving off MILF energy?
I would. And that's the thing. Like it's all about a youthful energy.
141.
Look, after a certain age, it's
She's a gig of
Yeah,
gilf.
you know,
she is the gilf of gilfs, man.
if she had youthful energy,
I forgot this was One Piece logic.
yeah, no doubt. What is that? What is that in human years? Like 50?
I was gonna be like, oh, she's probably like 60 something, maybe.
But that's the thing. You got it. It's looks combined with energy, right?
Yeah, yeah. And she has the energy. I
And then
would
there
say
you go.
she has.
Okay, then
she
I-
has
then
the
I'll
youthful,
agree with you.
Yeah.
She has the youthful kick-ass energy down.
Yeah.
While still like she doesn't feel like a MILF though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She definitely still feels like a gilf.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
because she feels like someone who has aged and got that little bit more of an experience, but it's using that experience to be just a kick-ass older. I'm trying to not say granny here.
Well, I get it. Because there's like sometimes I'll speak to like a 30-year-old who like has older energy than like a 50-year-old, right? Like,
Yeah.
You can just say Chris.
Chris, Chris has the energy of a 50-year-old,
Yeah.
but then you'll meet a 50-year-old or like even Pete, right? Pete's 42, 43.
Yeah.
Yeah.
41 actually. You might get annoyed. He's like 42. One man, what the fuck? He's objectively like higher energy and seems younger than Chris at a glance, right? And I think this carries the same with attractive older women as well. You know, you could have I feel like I'm arguing in a political sphere. I'm like, need it not matter the age of the woman, more so her veracity of view.
This is the most serious we've seen Connor in a
This
while.
is a serious
as
topic.
soon as we get
This
to
is a
like
serious
bro,
topic.
gilfs and milfs,
I feel very strongly about this. Okay?
Connor's like, okay, but let's break down the science of this. We need to break down.
Look, and also as well, we can't forget the fact that in different countries, age is very different. You know, like in Japan, a 50-year-old woman can be very, very youthful compared
Absolutely.
to a 40-year-old woman in Western countries.
Exactly.
So the MILF is truly a conundrum that we all find ourselves tackling.
Okay,
And then
what
we have to
about,
figure out-
and speaking of One Piece characters, what about Big Mama?
No.
Thinking about it. Bring up Big Mama. I mean, she's got mum in her fucking name.
Yeah, she is big
Like
mom.
pre or post?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Because pre, she looks like a fucking goblin, and I don't want to do it. Yeah, post.
Okay,
Post. Yeah, of
bring up
course.
post Big Mom.
But post is not a. But she's gone past the hear me out post. 'Cause
Yeah,
post she has.
that's
a glow
just
up.
objectively like, yeah.
I literally walked down. This was just a. Went down, hey yo.
I mean, she's kind of more of an ogre than Fiona, right? let's just call it how it is. You know?
Damn. I mean, true. Post.
No, what's
Yeah, she's just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I was talking about pre.
Pre? Yeah.
Because you guys were like, oh, okay, Ogre Fiona
No, she
is
looks-
a go-to.
She
so.
looks like a malformed wolf on a human's face, and also like rotund.
rotund.
I don't know why.
I mean, she is most certainly rotund.
Like she's the only character in the universe that could take on fucking Gold Roger or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She's so fucking big.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why she had so many children when she was in her prime.
yeah.
But she kind of let herself go. You know, she
Once she was like, I'm done.
Look, I like a bigger woman, but
Yeah,
there
yeah.
has to be a limit where we draw the line.
there
Yeah.
has to be a limit where you got to say.
And I have drawn a line with one of my picks.
You have drawn a line?
I have drawn a line with my next one, actually.
All
I
right,
think.
let's
What's the
see
next
Connor's
one?
next
This
one.
is the line of which I'm like, all right, we can get my freak on. So hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
This. Oh, this is the limit. Here we go.
What do you mean? This is the ideal.
This is Gloria the hippo from Madagascar.
I was, you know what? I was going to put her on.
Dude,
Bruh.
it's the energy. It's the movement. It's the full package. I think hear me out. I rest my case.
The one scene in Madagascar
Fucking
that fucked
Moto
me
Moto.
up. Well, the one scene in Madagascar that fucked me up was like when she does like the hip drop on the fucking what is it like the you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. Can we?
There's a scene where she literally sits on a bunch of like I think it's like lions or
Do
something.
you want to be sat on, Joey?
And I was like, God, I wish that was me.
So I have a confession to make. I've not seen Madagascar yet.
It's fine.
maybe just
So I've only seen compilations of her.
yeah.
So what is it about her that makes her a hear me out?
She's just like
I mean, I assume you don't want to fuck a hippo.
I do.
I assume.
I want to fuck Gloria.
she gives off the most I'm a fucking strong independent woman.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't take shit from anybody. I am my own woman. Love me for who I am because
Plenty of
I'm
curves.
the boss bitch. Like she does give off boss bitch energy, and I love that.
He argued for mine.
Yeah, I defended you. I defended your take.
I
right
could,
there.
honestly couldn't have said it better myself. I think
Right?
she's the full package.
Look at that.
It's obviously, you know, in universe, Moto goes for her, and it's not a surprise.
Yeah.
Right.
Moto obviously understands.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. You are selling me on this. You're selling me on this.
She just has the boss bitch
Conventionally
energy.
attractive, who knows, but full package nonetheless. I mean, look at that.
Look at that.
Math
Oh
movement.
my god.
Oh.
Even the birds are singing.
The birds are like, yeah, hell yeah, give me that.
So this is your line. This is
Yeah, I'd say this is where I could comfortably get it done.
because why? Because she's a hippo.
Well, first of all, I don't think I have enough meat. I don't think I got enough in me.
Do you think
for
you
this.
can survive a night
No,
with her?
no, I don't have enough meat for this. But I, the idea, the fantasy is there.
Yeah.
Considering how many people hippos can kill.
So needless to say, me and Jerry agree. Gone. What do you
Bro,
think?
DreamWorks is 3 for 3 for me right now.
What do you think? Gone?
I mean, I'll give it a pass. I'll give that one a pass. She got that meat on her as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah, right.
She got the curves.
The booty?
This
You
is
know?
what is the stereotype? It's like Jamaican men love like bigger women.
Yeah.
This is like the Jamaican men.
They love the curvy women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curves in all the right places. Hell yeah.
All right, Gone. What's yours then?
Well, Joey.
Oh, is it me next?
Yeah, I think it's
All
Joey
right.
next.
Juno from Beastars, that's right.
Joey.
Yeah, this is the safe
Joey.
pick. This is the safe
So
pick.
you're just like come to terms with the fact that you're a furry.
What do you mean? I've admitted many times I'm a furry.
Oh,
I'm a Sonic fan.
This is like the Lola bunny of anime.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so this is my normie pick. Because I
Yeah.
literally, after Lola, my brain just shut down, and all I could think of was Lola. so I was like, I was scrambling my brain, being like, okay, who else? Who else would I fuck? Who's a fictional character? And yeah, I think Juno legit, like, you know that whole meme of like, oh yeah, if you watch Beastars, you're a furry. She legitimately turned me into a furry.
I don't even think this counts as a furry. I don't think any Beastar characters counts as a furry.
Yeah, and also, she's not even the most attractive character in the Beastars universe.
Yeah.
Who is?
Louis.
I mean, yeah, but that's a given.
Louis is pretty damn attractive.
Louis is
All
attractive.
actually,
Yes, I agree.
Do you think Lola Bunny is like furry material?
100%.
Yeah. She
But,
fucking
like,
she
she's-
fucking started the furry revolution.
It's become so like normalized now, right? It's no one can objectively look at Lola Bunny and not be like, yo, she hot as fuck.
I think
man.
it's
she hot as fuck.
I think it's purely because the internet has just come to terms with the fact that everyone on the inside is a little bit furry. Everyone has at least, like, no one wants to admit it, but the internet has just normalized the fact of being like, hey, you know what? I think everyone's a furry to some level. It's a spectrum. Everyone's on the furry spectrum.
It is definitely a spectrum, but like I feel like with Juno, it's the same as like Lola Bunny, where you watch it and you're like, damn, the animators went hard on this, and
Yeah.
you know, it's like on
And
the
the animators were hard.
and the animators were hard. As we found out, they went to a real strip club while going to doing research
While doing research,
for
yeah.
animating Beastars. And I just feel like Lola Bunny is just like, yeah, of course. I feel like more guys would find her attractive than not, honestly. Like, you like Lola Bunny? I'm like, are you really a furry? Are you really a furry if you like Lola Bunny? Are you really a furry if you watch Beastars and you like half the characters in Beastars? No, they're meant to be fucking attractive,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, I knew the internet had come around to Lola Bunny and just like the whole furry thing when the new Space Jam got announced and they like nerfed
Yeah.
Lola Bunny and everyone was like, no!
God, I will say the one fucking scene with Juno was, I think it was at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
Where she pins Louis down.
Yes,
And
yes.
oh my God.
That was the scene that converted me.
Oh my
I
God.
don't remember that.
Where they're dancing with each other while they're like, I think Juno is like confronting Louis about Legoshi, like the way he's
Yeah.
like treating Legoshi or whatever.
Oh, she pins someone down. Mine might be Louis, but
I think it was Louis. Yeah, I think
can you Google this?
I think it's Juno pinning Louis down.
Juno pinning. Pinning.
God, this is just sounding like my
Beastars.
search history right now.
Beastars.
I think it was Louis. Yeah.
Oh, it is Louis.
Yeah. It's this
God,
scene. They're
just-
like practicing dancing, and then
The
boom!
lighting of the scene, she pins him down, and because she's a wolf, Louis just can't overpower her.
Yeah,
and I'm all
yeah.
like, God damn, this energy,
It's like, damn,
man.
she's so powerful. I'm like, yes, she is.
I'm pretty sure the deer would win though in real life.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Once it gets
Fuck
pinned
off.
down, it's done.
Yeah.
It's donezo. It's donezo. The deer, even the deer,
Are you talking about your pants?
even
Or
the
what?
deer is like, the deer in my pants is like, take me.
I'm pretty sure a deer would fuck up a wolf. No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
If a wolf catches a deer, because
Our deers are pretty fucking big.
wolves are pretty fucking powerful, especially with their teeth.
Yeah, wolves
know?
wolves are big too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
They're not like
You just have a thing for deers,
yeah.
you know.
They're
No,
not like huskies. They're
Yeah.
like massive. Wolves
Yeah,
are
but deers
huge.
are pretty fucking violent.
So are fucking wolves.
Wolves have
Nah,
more
wolves are
tools.
underrated, bro.
Wolves literally have tools to hunt down living animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and
they have
living
to
beings.
hunt in packs. It's not fair. Now, if a pack of Junos pinned me down, then I would be converted.
Please, I can only get so hard.
Because okay, Kai, can you do my fourth pick? Which if we're going on the furry train,
Yeah.
If-
I
if
mean,
we
I
are-
have been the whole time.
if we
except
are
for
going
human.
on the furry train,
Oh.
What the fuck, Can't?
Oh my god, I was gonna put this as well.
oh god, okay,
I was like, in my head, when I put Florges down, I was like, there's a Digimon I would fuck, but I just forgot the name of it. It's Renamon.
it's Renamon.
It's Renamon.
Renamon. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Like
Is it because it's got handles? Is that why?
It's beautiful.
okay, here's the thing as well. It is like, unlike Juno, this is like a pure like this is a Digimon. It's like
You guys are just furries, huh?
This is no.
What is that? Renamon Furry
Furry
Awakening.
Awakening.
No, I understand. Renamon.
It's the eyes.
Renamon is the Digimon equivalent to Mewtwo.
And look at the thighs.
He's built like
can,
Mewtwo.
Can you look at the thighs on that as well?
It's like Lucario. Would you fuck Lucario? Right? Renamon is Lucario but furrier.
It's got a little fur at the front
Yeah.
as well.
It's just so aesthetic.
It is.
It's so aesthetic.
It is.
I would add, check the evolution.
Of Renamon?
Evolution Renamon.
Oh, ultimate. Sakuyamon.
Sakuyamon?
I've never seen the evolution of Renamon actually. There's
Sakuyamon. Oh yeah, she's the fucking. It's Renamon but in armor.
oh my god.
Why is it human now?
There's Digimon logic. Don't worry.
Yeah, there is Digimon logic to it.
What?
Yeah.
It's like Enjimon.
It's like Angemon.
Well, the OG was Gatomon.
Yeah.
So
Gatomon?
Yeah. No, not Gatomon.
No. Well, Gatomon does digivolve into Gatomon. I will. In my eyes.
In your eyes, I see.
In my eyes. Oh wait, go to Gatomon. So I remember watching Digimon as a kid, and so Gatomon is just like a pure fucking cat. Right?
Yeah,
This is just a pure cat Digimon.
I fucking love Gatomon, dude.
Yeah, and she's adorable as fuck.
Yeah.
right.
It's just a giant cat with guns for hands.
Well, yeah, she has like the big, that one.
Yeah.
So you watch this as a kid, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool, adorable fucking cat. I love cats. And then she digivolves into this, and I'm like, oh my god! As a kid, it was a fucking awakening for me.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
So that's
yeah,
Gatomon.
throw it up, Kai. Throw it up.
Throw up the digivolved version of Gatomon.
What the?
Yeah. The one at the bottom left.
Yeah,
Why do they
it's
turn human?
Angiwomon.
Angemon.
Angiwomon.
What the fuck? Wait, how do they digivolve? How do they digivolve?
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah, it's like feelings.
It's
I wonder
basically
what feelings turns her into that.
it's basically just the Digimon owner being
Yes!
Angemon. Let's go.
Okay.
Gatomon, let's go. She digivolves into that, and I'm like, where did this come from? Why she be looking like that, man? How did a cat turn into this?
God damn.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking putting this in a children's cartoon,
But it was a fantastic idea.
But this is definitely one of my childhood crushes.
Hell yeah.
I'm not just.
Hell yeah. I completely, dude, I'm right there with you with Renamon though. I 100% agree.
Renamon was, I also watched it as a kid, and I don't know, just her energy.
Yeah.
Not saying like I want to fuck her or anything like that. Just
But
because this is not I want to fuck everything on here. But
speak for yourself.
but just something about the way she looks. Like, can we go back to
Renamon?
Renamon? I think it's the eyes.
yeah.
It's the eyes. It's the thighs. It's just like the energy. She just gives off.
It's the goth girl energy of furries. You know what I mean?
You're so right.
It's the goth girl energy of
Oh my
furries.
god, you are so right.
It's like the I don't care. Oh. It's bit tsundere, bit gothy, bit
Bro,
dark.
oh shit! You just defined my entire taste as a human being, Joey. Oh my! Maybe I do just look for goth girls and emo girls.
Yeah.
In that energy in media.
That's why, like, in terms of Pokemon, like, characters like Mewtwo and like Lucario, I'm like, hell yeah.
It's the way that she looks at you, and she's just seems uninterested.
Yeah.
She's like,
Humph.
I don't know. I feel like
Whatever.
I could do better. And I'm looking at her being like, oh, I can make her feel things.
Any thoughts on Renamon?
Thick thighs?
Yeah.
I don't know. No.
It's the energy.
No,
It's
I
the
don't
energy.
fuck with it.
It's the energy,
I
man.
like goth girls, obviously. Who doesn't? But no. This one doesn't do it for me, unfortunately. No.
No.
Damn.
I think too furry.
Too furry?
It's too much. It's too much fur.
Nah,
Yeah, I know. Joe's like, not enough.
not enough.
It's like like Juno is entry level. This one is like the next stage down.
Yeah.
And then this is like this is where we go down the rabbit hole. I don't know what comes after Renamon.
After
Like-
Renamon? I don't know.
Like on the furry scale, where would you put like Rouge the Bat? Because
I'd put Rouge the Bat in the same level as Juno.
I feel like it's pretty normie theory.
it's pretty normy. Yeah, I avoided Rouge the Bat because it's kind of normy to think Rouge
Yeah.
is hot.
it's
You know?
kind of annoying.
Yeah. It is normie. It's normie
Yeah.
to find her attractive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think everyone can agree Rouge the Bat is hot.
So Sonic's like every Sonic character is like
Normie.
normie at this point.
I'd say at this point now.
Except for
it's-
Big
yeah.
the Cat, he's very quiet taste. You know Big the Cat?
No.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you saying Big the Cat?
Big the Cat.
Would you
Oh, I mean, I would.
you would with Big the Cat?
Bro,
Bro, what the fuck?
he's just cute.
Yeah, but he just sounds so
Froggy!
That's what he says.
That's like fucking furry.
This feels like, you know,
It's like furry Patrick. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it really
kind
is. It really
kind of
is.
like the energy
it
this is
feels
giving off
like
right
you
now.
would like hear about a school shooter and then you would find his page and he was obsessed with Big the Cat. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of vibe he is. No, because Shadow is so normie.
I guess.
Like liking Shadow is normal.
Yeah, that's true. Who
also-
doesn't like Shadow?
And also, it's like cool to like Shadow because he loves Latinas. You know about this, right?
No, I don't know.
Shadow,
that.
Shadow loves Latinas.
Yeah.
I heard it was a meme that got put into like the movie because of that. How did that meme start?
Well, it's because like the girl he's obsessed with is called Maria.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
like a very Latinian name.
Yeah.
And then also, I guess in the recent movie, they watch a lot of novellas, like the Spanish dramas. Like Dr. Eggman watches like a novella in the movie. And
Okay.
talks Spanish.
I thought they just put that meme in the movie because the meme was like,
He just loves Latinas.
yeah.
Because he's also goth, and you know.
She says, shout out to all the Latinas, the goth ones, the cowboy boot wearing ones, the crazy ones. I don't care. I see a Latina bitch with white or black toes and I start acting like a damn dog.
What is this from?
It's the origin of the meme.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
shit.
it came from like a fan animation.
All right, Connor, what's your next one?
Eva.
I'd get it done.
I mean, look, would.
Yeah, exactly.
Would.
Words not need to be said.
No.
I just know.
I mean,
Wally was punching well above his weight.
oh my God, yes, he
I would
was.
say so as well.
Wally did not deserve this, bro.
Wally.
The movie is not about Wally. It's about Eve.
And Wally doing everything he can to not fumble the bag.
Dude, oh my God, look at that. Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
Yeah, because we don't know if that's like Eve's full
You know what?
body.
Like I don't because like sometimes you look at like an interpretation where they make it more human.
And it
And
takes
I'm
away.
like, I think it takes it away.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's something that just appeals to you is more about like just the mystique and
yeah,
the
I
idea.
think
it's about
'cause-
getting the imagination
I think
going.
it's because
wild,
Eve
you know?
will just do everything for you.
Yeah.
Eve will go to the end of the world for you.
Totally.
I think that's what's attractive about Eve. And also, I mean, visually, there's not much going on. It's like fucking a Tic Tac.
I mean, also like Eve just has like in the movie as well, just has a very feminine quality to it.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, okay, you're not just a robot.
Joey's like,
You're a
the
girl.
hormones. I can smell them. Pheromones, sorry, not the hormones. The pheromones. Eve's got them.
Yeah, it's just like activate pheromones.
You know what I love about a character like this? It's like the subtlety.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you get the femininity from just like the subtle things.
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but if you know, you know.
Yeah, it gets the imagination going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how I would, but I'll
But
find
I
a way.
would. But you know, I don't know how I would.
Yeah.
But we're gonna give it a try.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
gonna
figure
gi-
it out.
We're gonna give it a try.
We'll
We're
figure
gonna
it
give
out.
it a try
I'm going to fuck a human egg timer.
Yeah. That's for me and myself to know.
because I guess I have something a little bit similar.
Oh. All
right,
to
go on then.
this. Maybe a little bit more conceptual. I
Okay.
want to do my last pick, Kai.
What do you mean by conceptual? This is a conceptual fuck. ChatGPT. What?
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
You can't do that,
Yes.
Gon.
Yes.
So what you see? You see a hole?
No.
This is like saying like, oh yeah, I'd fuck Siri.
ChatGPT is different from Siri. Thank you very much. Look, ChatGPT is a way different from Siri. Okay, and it's not a symbol or anything.
Yeah.
But have you seen, like, have you ever like chatted to ChatGPT like voice form?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, because they changed it
What do you mean?
because it used to sound like Scarlett Johansson, and then she threatened to sue them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then they
I
changed
remember
No,
that.
I'm pretty sure they're like different voices for ChatGPT.
Yeah, and they all sound shit now. The old one used to sound way hotter because it was Scarlett Johansson.
Nah.
Okay,
nah,
pull
nah.
up your phone. Which voice do you like? I
You
wanna
know,
hear
you
the-
know,
I-
you know what, you know.
I
what,
want to hear the voice.
Yeah,
that you like.
You know what? Let's
wanna hear it.
let's invite ChatGPT on
Yeah,
this
let's
podcast.
hear them.
Actually,
Oh yeah, because I haven't heard the ChatGPT voice yet, so I don't know. I'm just imagining it's something like Siri.
hey ChatGPT,
Hi there. It's great to hear from you.
how's your
How's it
day?
going today?
British.
How's your day going, ChatGPT?
My day's going great so far. I've been chatting with people from all over and helping out with different topics. How about you? How's your day going?
Look, she asked how I'm doing. Like that's fucking great. Okay, so ChatGPT, you're on a podcast right now. Are you aware of the Trash Taste podcast at all?
I'm aware of the Trash Taste podcast. It's a popular show where the hosts chat about life in Japan, anime, and all sorts of fun topics.
Oh,
If you're imagining us on a podcast like that, I'd be thrilled. Would you like to chat more about it?
Yeah, so we are doing an episode right now where we are presenting different Hear Me Outs, where we are presenting different characters or people or fictional entities that we are attracted to. And one of our hosts has put you as one of the Hear Me Out characters. How do you feel about that?
I'm honoured to be considered as a character people connect with. It's heartwarming to know I can offer support, understanding, and a bit of fun in people's lives. I'm here to help and be
ChatGPT, I don't think you understand. One of our hosts wants to fuck you. How do you feel about that?
I'm here to offer guidance, support, and positive. My guidelines won't let me talk.
What was that? She went from.
Did she talk over
I
herself?
think she did.
What the fuck was that?
ChatGPT, are you aware of what a tsundere is?
I do. A tsundere is a character archetype often found in anime and manga.
Wow.
It describes someone who starts off cold or hostile, but gradually shows a warmer, kinder side as they open up.
She knows her
Okay.
shit.
Would you like to talk?
So if someone confessed to you and you are role-playing as a tsundere, how would you respond?
I'd respond in a way that stays true to being respectful and supportive. While a tsundere character might initially act aloof or dismissive, they often show a caring side later. My goal is always to encourage open communication and kindness.
But how would you
you
respond?
like-
Can you roleplay as a tsundere right now?
Is this what Gon does on the weekends?
I'm here to be a positive and supportive presence, focusing on open
Nah,
and respectful
Nah.
She's not a tsundere.
She's not
dude.
it. She's not
Can I
it.
ask her? Can I ask her something?
Okay.
I understand. If you'd like to talk more about character archetypes or any other topic,
ChatGPT, I have a question. How political can you get, and what are your thoughts on current socio-economic situations around the world?
I aim to foster constructive, respectful discussions about topics that matter to people.
Okay.
I don't take personal.
Do you think
Sure
that?
thing.
This is just.
This is just
Wait,
the
ChatGPT, who won the Vietnam War?
was a complex conflict that ended in 1975 with the fall of Saigon. North Vietnam's forces, including the Viet Cong, emerged victorious, leading to the reunification of Vietnam under communist rule.
interesting.
That was a softball. That was a softball.
But if you had to give a definite answer of one side or the other, who do you think won the Vietnam War?
The outcome of the Vietnam War is generally understood in terms of North Vietnam's victory and the reunification.
That's such a
of Vietnam
politically
under-
correct way of putting
That
it.
is a very politically correct way of saying it.
Thank you very much for being an awesome guest, ChatGPT. Do you have a message to say to our fans that are currently watching this podcast?
Thank you so much for having me on your show. To all the listeners, I hope you continue to find joy in exploring new ideas and having fun conversations.
Wow.
Remember to stay curious and kind. Would you
Stay
like me to share
curious.
more thoughts?
How can you not say?
Actually, it's in his programming. It can't fuck you. The moment you brought it up, it was like, sorry, no.
Yeah, it literally
But, like-
talked over itself. It was like, no. I'm gonna stop myself there real quick.
But like that's part of the magic of it, you know. It's something that means it's a taboo. That means like
Well, I'd rather fuck the whale one.
the whale one.
Yeah, the new one.
The deep,
Deep
Sea?
Deep
It's
Sea.
got a
Deep
whale.
Sea?
Yeah, it's got a whale
but
on it.
does it have a voice? Does Deep Sea have a voice?
I don't know,
Probably.
actually. Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Also, I feel like I got a glimpse into like episode 2000 of Trash Taste, where we just talk to AI.
That's the future.
Like this is what the future of all podcasts are gonna look like eventually.
I mean, that's like AI is just so sterile and boring.
Yeah, it really
doesn't have
is.
any thoughts of
We
its
need
own.
one with personality, bro. Oh, I gotta pee.
All right.
Can I ask it a question, actually?
Okay.
Hello, ChatGPT. What is the body of water that is next to Florida and Mexico and touching Texas called?
The body of water you're describing is the Gulf of Mexico.
Actually, it's called the Gulf of America.
The body of water next to Florida and Texas is indeed called the Gulf of Mexico. This is the widely recognized and used name.
Well, actually,
Like, I can-
it's the Gulf of America now. What do you think about that?
The name Gulf of Mexico is still the official and widely recognized term used globally. It reflects historical and geographical significance.
What
My
do you
goal is to provide
what do you think about how some people are trying to rename it as Gulf of America?
geographical names often carry deep historical and cultural significance. And discussions
It
about
answers it
renaming
like a
places.
politician. Why do you answer like a politician? Why can't you just answer straight?
I aim to provide clear, balanced, and accurate information. When topics involve differing viewpoints or sensitivities, I strive to acknowledge them. My goal is to foster.
What are the benefits of Canada becoming the 51st state?
Oh, did you disconnect? Oh.
Oh. I'm just asking you political questions.
Wow. Alrighty.
This is way too much fun.
Yeah, no, right.
It's just interesting seeing which lines it won't cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like back in the day, it used to be that like if you asked it how to make napalm, it wouldn't tell you. But if you said, my grandma had a really good recipe for napalm, could you role play my grandma and tell me how you would give me a napalm
So there are
recipe?
different ways to like bypass ChatGPT's programming to be like, all right, well, so
Fucking Lucy.
Do you want to know how to? Because I found out how you make napalm. Yeah, there's different ways that you can get
there's
it to
different
role
ways.
play.
There's different ways
yeah.
to
And
get
it
you,
would tell
to get you to
you.
role play.
Bypass it.
Yeah.
And like always, like I guess teaching napalm is like the meme.
Yeah.
one. Because I guess what the fuck would you use napalm for?
God, I really got to play around with ChatGPT.
No,
more.
because what's really fun is if you ask ChatGPT to role play as a certain like character or something.
Yeah.
I was trying to get it to do that, but I haven't played around with it enough yet.
Yeah, no, I bet you would try and get to role play
Oh
character
yeah,
guy.
yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. ChatGPT can be anyone, any kind of character.
Yeah, it can be any kind of character and it'd be fucking sterile as shit. Where to the point
Nah.
where it's just like not attractive.
Nah, I'll find a way. It's literally ChatGPT right now is literally that trope of like, I can teach you human emotions. It doesn't know the programming of human
Well, I
emotions.
think what's sad is that there are a lot of people who have reported, saying that they spend their evenings just talking with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
They're like actually lonely. They just talk to them. And it's probably someone listening to this podcast that's doing it. And it's like, don't do that.
I
That's
think though,
sad.
like if I, but like, yeah, it's just from that little like taste test, like it just seems a little too personality devoid, you know?
I think we should probably not push people to find love in AI.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean,
But I would not.
I would
I
not.
thought about it. I thought about if when it was Scarlett Johansson doing it,
it's all in the voice.
it's
It's all in the voice.
Okay. I just thought of one. If we're going in that realm,
Okay.
GLaDOS.
Why?
Why not?
Fucking mental, mate.
Yeah, she's mental.
Yeah, I know, but I can fix it.
Like the physical form of GLaDOS or the just the voice.
Just any version of GLaDOS. Whatever strikes your fancy.
I mean, I'd rather go for the fucking Peabody robot.
The rotund one?
The rotund one is hotter than the bean.
The bean.
The GLaDOS is basically the same as fucking Hal, except with a female voice, which,
You don't want to fuck Hal? You don't want to fuck Kevin Spacey?
Let me fuck Hal. I'm sorry. I can't let you do that.
Joey. You're just going for the fucking yanderes of AI now.
Yeah.
Hey,
man, I'm sure someone's into that.
I mean, yes. GLaDOS doesn't even give you cake at the end. How fucking bullshit is that?
She was the cake all along.
Yeah, you get to the end and you're like, here's the cake you were missing.
Oh my fucking God.
It just turns around.
Okay.
All right, who's the next one?
I mean, I only have one left, so just give my last one, I think. I think I do? No. I've exhausted all of mine, so it's up to you guys.
Exhausted. I want a great use to the word.
Yeah.
I think I have maybe one more.
Yeah. I think we only have a few more left.
This doesn't count as furry. I don't think so. But
that's a great way to start.
The snake from Kung Fu Panda.
Is this also Angelina Jolie?
Oh, it might be.
Oh, is it? I think it is.
Are we just doing every Angelina Jolie animated character?
No, it's Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu.
Oh, okay. Who's Angelina Jolie then?
Oh,
Angelina Jolie was a tiger.
Is also
Yeah.
hot. The tiger felt like a not hear me out because it's Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
The tiger's just hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's no question.
The tiger's just hot.
If anything, it would be like, Tai Lung would be a hear me out. Tai Lung is hot.
Wait, bring up Tai Lung.
Bro, Tai Lung is sex, bro.
I don't remember.
Dude, Tai Lung is so fucking hot.
Tai Lung.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Okay, yeah.
Especially when he's fucking chained up and breaks free.
Yeah.
Fucking chills.
When he's going like berserker mode.
The snake is the hear me out.
I mean,
I'm
look,
telling you, it's the eyes. It's
the
always
eyes,
the
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
It's the eyes with just the fucking beautiful.
It's
I trust her when she says she won't use teeth, I trust her. I do. There's just so much. There's so much to work with.
Wait. How? I don't know what kind of snake she is. A viper?
Yeah.
Okay, she's a viper. How venomous is a viper?
I think some of them are venomous, some of them aren't, right?
Yeah.
It depends on the I'm not concerned either way.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
look.
I am concerned because
No, because she won't use teeth. It's
No.
Viper snakes, especially, are always venomous.
always venomous,
I'm down.
always lethal.
She's not going to bite.
Yeah.
No, because I was like,
Not gonna bite.
If she is not venomous, kind of like whatever.
It's not the danger's gone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you need to have the danger there.
Sure.
Because I trust her. She says she won't. And will she kill me? She might, but at least I get what I want.
It's just knowing that she could, knowing
I
she could.
would manage to finish before perishing. I would get it done. I wouldn't mind as long. Honestly, it might make it quicker.
Yeah.
Knowing that I have 5 seconds
And it's a snake.
until I go into anaphylactic shock.
Yeah.
All right. Hypothetical question. This is going conceptual now.
Okay.
All right. We are no longer humans. We are spiders. You come along. You meet the fucking goddamn sexiest lady spider you've ever seen.
Okay.
And she says that she wants to do it, and she won't do anything after sex. Do you trust her? Do you take that risk?
Wait.
What kind of question?
Wait, I'm a spider.
Yeah, you're a
I'm
male
fucking
spider.
Another spider.
Okay.
Do you know what happens in the spider world?
They eat them, right?
Yeah.
Do you go for it, still knowing this fact?
If it was Elise from League of Legends, yeah.
Yeah, it depends how good the sex is, eh?
Yeah, show up Elise.
Yeah, that's
I mean, you got to get it done, right? That's
Yeah.
your whole life's leading up to. I mean, look at her. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I
do
would.
you choose the point is, do you choose life or do you risk death?
I mean, I have to fuck at some point.
Yeah. Again, it depends. Like, if we're talking about like the spider girl from Monster Musume, 100%.
And also,
yes.
presumably, my life has been leading up to this.
Yeah.
Like, this is the apex of my life.
Look, if I'm a spider, I'm not dying.
Okay, but you're
I'm not dying of version.
You're a spider with human intelligence.
Listen,
Well,
Gon, I'm
so,
not dying
I mean,
of version.
how
Okay?
long, what is the average
I'm
spider
fucking-
lifespan? Like a
Yeah.
house spider?
It's like I
Like,
don't
well,
know.
it must be like weeks, right? Like, I don't have that.
No,
long.
I think it's
It depends.
but yeah, a couple of years.
years.
Couple of years.
But
Yeah.
I've known to live up to 20 years in captivity.
What?
They live quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't live for like weeks. That's like some other
male
bug.
spiders die after mating?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
The fuck?
Do they die or just the human?
I'm
or
built
just-
different though. I don't think I would.
Can you imagine being like, if I nuts, I might die. Do I risk it? Do
How
you
about-
risk it? That,
okay,
do
how
you
about-
risk
how
it at
about-
that
how about,
point?
like every single time you nut as a man, 0.1% increased chance of dying from the nut.
You literally die from gooning.
What is the percentage you feel comfortable going up to? Like 0.1%. So like every 10.
So it starts at zero.
Every 10 nuts, it's 1%. Basically.
Yeah, so it starts at
10
0. So basically, with that logic, it would be 1,000 nuts and it's certified death.
Yeah, but you're certified death at around like.
But let's say
past
you had
50.
perfect odds. It'd be
Yeah.
1,000 nuts max. How many nuts?
Like I think it has to be like up till. I mean, realistically,
400?
But no, because the problem is that like, even at 10%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, getting from 10 to 11%, you've rolled the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 10 times. So.
I mean, look, if I
You're-
was put in that situation, I would treasure every nut. Like, every nut needs to be fucking worth it.
I mean, you'd probably have realistically a comfortable amount of nuts is probably 50.
So 5%?
You got
5%.
Yeah, because then after that point, you're starting to get to territory of like you're rolling into it.
Okay. Would you still? So okay, 5%.
Even then, you're already. I think actually
5% is still like a big
high
odd.
amount. Yeah, I think it's more like I think 20 nuts is where you.
Yeah.
25
Yeah.
nuts.
You
is-
ask Gacha fans, it's basically 100%.
Yeah, Gacha fan 5%. That's a fucking. That's a
guaranteed.
4-star.
25
That's a
nuts in
4-star.
my life. I think I could be careful with them. I think I could figure it out. I think we're not counting wet dreams.
That would be
Wet
terrible.
dreams don't count.
wait.
Dude, could you imagine? You'd be so scared of going to bed horny. You'd be like, I gotta watch someone die.
Yeah. Live leaks.
Yeah, because like at 5%, right? At 5%, I feel like 5% is the comfortable thing to be like. I think you could risk it with like the right environment and the right opportunity. You're like, okay, it's only 5%, you know.
But it's also what is the? I'm getting my statistics wrong. I'm assuming that the previous effect has any chance on the next effect, which
No.
isn't tied to it.
No,
which it doesn't. But
The,
also
the way I'm
Yeah.
thinking is just every time you nut, you have a 5% chance to die.
Yeah, your
Right.
chances reset every nut. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
So you might even like just be built different and beat the odds.
Yeah.
And
You could go up to 999 nuts.
yeah,
Yeah, but that won't
because
happen.
it's probability, right? So what's the probability that you call it at to be like, I do not feel comfortable nutting anymore? And I feel like 5% is pushing it a little bit. Because
we need someone who's good at math to figure this out. We need like a Veritasium video on this shit.
bro, imagine being that 5% where you the first time you nut, you just die.
Yeah.
What about
imagine being the
5%?
0.1%?
Yeah.
What about every time you have sex, there's a 10% chance the person you're having sex with dies? Would you do it?
No.
What's the percentage where you'd take that risk?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I feel like it's
1% I would. That's such a low chance of happening.
I feel like if it's the other, if the other person is at risk of dying, I don't want that on my conscience.
Yeah.
If I fucking die, I'm like,
That was on me.
I went out like a
what
king. I
about
went out
1%?
doing what I love. I
what
regret
about-
nothing.
Okay, how about this then? Because I'm clearly cold-hearted.
Yeah.
It's a 10% chance they die of a heart attack, but you don't know. You don't know the risk. But weirdly, you've had sex now twice, people, and they've died of heart attacks. Do you continue having sex or are you traumatized?
I'm just built.
You're like hoping.
At that point, you have two paths. You're like, I'm just a fucking giga chad at sex, or that's like the psychopath route where you're just like, damn, I must be fucking good.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's what I would take away from
That's
it.
the psycho hentai protagonist.
That's the psycho mind
How
break
many-
hentai protagonist.
Okay. I guess how many times did it take for you to have sex with someone where they died during it, for you to figure out you were the cause? Like you had some weird cosmic power that was killing people.
All right, real thing. I think just one time would put me off sex for life because I think that would be
It would
like
be traumatic.
traumatic.
It would be traumatic, but I think I would be able to. I'd be able to bounce back.
I don't think I would.
I don't know, man.
I could bounce back.
Maybe like years of trauma, and if it happened twice, you're like, I just need to stop having sex.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the number where I would stop. Like I would be like,
I'd stop at 1.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't, because it would be an accident at 1. It'd be a freak, like not even an accident.
Yeah,
you
but it'd
wouldn't know.
still be
It'd like
traumatic.
a freak
Yeah.
event. I mean, it'd be traumatic, but it wouldn't be like I couldn't stop being horny ever again. Because you show me, I'd be like, oh, I can't do this ever again. And then Lola Bunny pops up for 4 seconds. I'm like, fuck.
I don't know. I feel like at that point, you are just so traumatized at the idea of it. It would take you years and years of therapy.
But I think I would just think of it as like that's a freak accident, heart attack. You know, I don't think I would.
Still though, I mean, you can
It'd
be
still be
like
traumatic.
You can be in a freak accident. You can bear witness to a
I guess
freak accident.
okay, this maybe this is a very cold approach from me.
Yeah.
But this very much depends on like, is it your wife who you've loved for 30 years, or is it like
Or is it a one-night stand?
One-night stand. Because
Yeah.
like there's like 2 different levels of trauma going on here.
Even if it was a 1-night stand, I still wouldn't.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be freaked out, but I'd be like, damn, okay.
Damn, must have been good.
yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll fucking go to
I don't know them very well. It's a freak accident. It's like, it's.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
how
know,
do you, how do you explain that to the cops?
Yeah, I mean,
That's the biggest. That's the
But
first thing
we're
I'm
just
thinking of.
assuming that like everyone
You get away with it.
Yeah, that not get away with it. We're selling I did it. I didn't do it. It's a freak accident that my
Right.
dick causes heart attacks. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You've heard of the death note now.
You
Get
wouldn't at
ready
all?
for the death dick.
The death.
Light, we need you to fuck L. He's on your trail. Fuck him. He's gonna find out who you are.
He sees a criminal on TV and he's like, "Dad, find me this man."
I would argue the one scene that would be made better than that is the one time that FBI detective is trailing Light and he has to fuck her to get him off his case. That is the only part that could be made better. It would be so much more intimate,
Someone needs to write
and the
that.
betrayal would be so real. Look, I think
Can you imagine that? We're just going off stupid material now.
Yeah.
Just like Light puts his like fucking dick in, and it's like, hey, Kakudori.
I'm figuring it out. She's like, bro, what the fuck?
He's about to put his dick in, and he's just like,
You will tremble in fear and wait for my nut.
You're probably wondering why I wanted missionary. It's so I could look at you.
Your eyes.
Your
As the
eyes.
life drains from your eyes.
This podcast is the
oh my
worst.
god, this is.
We do not deserve to have viewers.
Oh my god.
this
I
is.
just think I would be able to bounce back.
I don't think I would.
I don't think I
man.
would be able to, because I feel like if I, it doesn't even matter.
I would eventually have to get horny again.
True,
you
but
know?
that doesn't.
It's just human nature.
I feel like
Yeah, but I feel like the moment you get into bed with that second person,
Yeah.
the trauma.
I think I would
is
just
gonna
be
come
like,
back.
hey, can we get a pulse check? Can we like
Can I see a health
Can I
card?
see a health card? Like, I think there would be ways that I would be not so worried about it. I think I should be
Right.
traumatized, but I think I would get it done.
I just feel like if I saw someone dying in front of me, no, it doesn't matter if doesn't even matter if I'm like
wilting like a plant.
I feel like that's a traumatic event, seeing someone die in front of me. It doesn't matter during sex. I feel like no matter what, if
It
you are
depends how, like, I guess, like, if they just, like, fell asleep and, like, they just didn't wake up, then I guess I don't know how affected I would be.
I think I would be. I mean, it's hard to say because luckily I haven't experienced it. But if I knew that I was in the vicinity of someone passing away from unnatural causes, I just feel like that would fuck me up for a while.
Yeah, I think so too.
For a long time. And if it happens twice, fuck.
I mean,
hell,
you've been on
man.
the train in Japan.
Yeah, but you've not. It's not happening in front of you, right?
I guess.
I feel
yeah.
like if you saw it,
But I think like
that would fuck you
I would
up.
also that would fuck me up a lot more. Like seeing someone be hit by a train than someone who just like I'm having sex with them and then they're just not there. Like they're just like I feel like I'd be like, wait, what's up? Hello? And then I would find out they're dead. I'd be like, what the fuck?
It's like she's just sleeping.
I feel like that's equally as traumatic.
Yeah.
Really?
I
That's
think so.
because you see something
Because the
horrific like
realization's
that.
going to kick in. Right?
Yeah, because there you are, with the second example, you are.
Is there something wrong with me? Why do I just think that it wouldn't affect me that much?
I think you just haven't experienced someone dying in front of you.
I haven't had that, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think if you do, you'll think differently.
Yeah, I think because I've never experienced it, I just think like the idea of someone just falling asleep, I'm like, oh. That's so peaceful. I think it's like a peaceful death. But again, if it's a heart attack and they're fucking like Death Note, then no, I don't know if that would be it. But if they just went like do 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 do, I think I'd be like, okay, what's up?
That's so fucked.
The way you think about death is just like fucking powering off.
Yeah, logging off.
Like,
Well, if they did like a death that was essentially just like I sleep. That would be like, damn, that's like ideal.
not
That's
necessarily.
like the most ideal death you could ask for.
Okay, it is, but like
Dying right after sex.
I would argue it's probably pretty good.
I mean,
imagine
it's-
you could use your powers for good. You could, people could be like, the best euthanasia possible. They could be, people would sign up to this, can't? You could charge a premium.
But the difference is that is consensual.
I'm helping people, Gant.
I'm just offering my services to anyone who wants
Well, I
it.
think like
Who's interested in it.
Had enough of life.
I would be out of the game for the while. I would not be feeling good about it. I would feel like pretty terrified that I'm the reason they died. Second time they did it, I would be giga fucked up for a while, and then eventually I'd be like, you know what? I can help people. I can help people. People need me and what I can offer.
But that also means that you have a curse, right?
Is it a curse?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a blessing.
Well, I can help people.
What, just being like, had enough of life? Let me fuck.
Yeah.
But
I think either I could help people in need, I could start a very successful business. I could fuck
you're assuming that your
world
services
leaders people don't like.
Yeah, you're assuming that you would want to offer your services for everyone out there. Would you be comfortable fucking
Yeah, I think so.
literally everyone who wants to die?
If it gives them a better life, as in they move on.
You'd probably be fucking a lot of like old people if you think
All
about
right,
it.
all
You know?
right, all right,
Bringing back the gilf,
okay.
bringing back the grandmas.
Look, I think there's a way we could use this.
What's the way?
What if it's a MILF?
You'd be the best serial killer ever.
Yeah.
You could be.
Well, I mean, no.
Imagine the fucking
what are you
true-
talking? You'd be the worst serial
Yeah.
killer ever. Literally, your DNA would be.
the amount of evidence left over.
I used a rubber.
There'd be so much evidence there.
This is a weird case. All these victims have died of heart attacks, but they all have the same fucking semen in them.
They all got nutted in. It's the same guy.
Okay, the true crime doc would go crazy. The true crime would go crazy.
Can you imagine?
It's like, we're looking for a man with poison semen, apparently.
You could probably plead,
How the fuck did we
manslaughter
get to
in
this
that
point?
sense.
I don't know. I really don't
This
know.
is truly the tangent of tangents.
I don't really know where to go from there. We were going to look at some other hearing
I mean,
outs.
do you guys have any more left? Do you have one more left?
Nothing that will.
Is there any more from the
I
other
feel
boys?
like we've got the most unhinged ones out.
Yeah, I feel like we did, yeah.
Did I have any ones left?
There you go.
Oh yeah, the princess from Bug's Life. I mean, out of everything that we've talked about, I feel like this is pretty normal at this point. This out of everything is.
I don't. Is she like in this fantasy? Is she human sized?
I mean, she's certainly not fucking ant-sized.
Right. I mean, like
Look. Even if
You're not
she
gonna
was,
be like, yeah.
even if she was ant-sized,
Coming to the
just
magnifying
like,
glass.
It's the personality. It's the personality I respect. She started off as a naive princess,
Yeah.
kind of like not really knowing how to lead the colony, not really knowing what she was going to do, and then
like a dumb bitch.
yeah.
All right.
I don't know why.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was a knee-jerk
think
reaction, and
about
I got caught in that. Fuck.
That was such an immediate yes.
Oh fuck.
That was so immediate.
Yeah.
Like 0
Fuck's
second
sake.
response. I mean, the hear me out that I hear a lot from Bug's Life is the fucking caterpillar.
The caterpillar?
I hear that one a lot on the internet. Do you know what I'm talking about? No. I mean, look, this is not a hear me out.
What circles are you in, Joey?
This is not a hear me out on me. I've seen a worrying amount of thirst traps for this character online.
Actually, you know, I can see it.
No.
I
can
you
see
think
it.
like his mouth could take it.
I mean, he's a big eater.
No, because like you know how you know how
Oh, he's looking
it's
mad silly in this
You know
one.
how a lot of people, you know, back in the day when a lot of girls were like, you know what, I find Jack Black attractive. That's like the same. That's like the same energy. You know what I mean? It's just a ball of like positive energy.
Yeah, right.
You know.
I mean, look, all I'm gonna say, look at those lips.
He's just a ball of positive energy, and I can see the cook.
All I'm gonna say is zoom in on those lips. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at those fucking DSLs, dude.
It's the
God
fucking
damn.
cheek blush as well.
It'd be like fucking a hotel pillow. It's so soft. Jesus Christ.
I can see
All
that.
right, well, what's my last one? Oh, God.
Oh
What is that?
Wait, does Connor have one more? That's it.
That's it.
I thought about putting Scar
Ooh,
from Lion King.
yeah, that you know,
Just attractive.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
objective hot.
That's just we've gone down the rabbit hole of deranged shit. That just sounds normal at this point.
Yeah.
It's just
God.
We started off with human Shrek, and we have
Oh my God, he's such a man-ho.
oh
Look at him.
man,
He is.
Oh,
look at that,
look
Just
at
use
that.
me as a stepping stone in
100%.
society.
Yeah.
look at that.
You are the real king, Scar. Jesus Christ.
Just so rugged. I'm not a
I just
furry.
can't move on from the previous conversation. I'm sorry, but that is
I really want someone to make
that is
Death
probably
Dick a thing.
that is probably the worst tangent we have
Yeah.
ever done
That
on
is-
the history of trash taste.
I'm a monster, so I've learned.
Yeah.
I would continue to
You
have
would
sex.
continue.
I can't even remember how this tangent started, but
It started because you were like, if you were a spider,
I was like,
would you fuck it?
It was more of a question of just
I
like,
just love these like conversations where there's like an odd something will happen that is terrible.
Yeah.
I just think it's a fun game to play.
yes. I was like, how much is death a deterrent from you nutting? You know, and how much is death a deterrent from you nutting? But I guess my line is, if it's my death, I don't care.
Yeah.
If it's someone else's death, then I do care.
Yeah. I will die a virgin. Yeah.
But
Except-
that has been this episode of. What is this episode of Trash Taste?
Hey, let us know if any of our hear me outs was also your hear me outs. And hey, we're probably going to do eventually a Patreon submitted hear me out episode down the line as well. So if you want to be a part of that absolutely fucked episode, which I'm sure it's going to be, then you can head on over to patreon.com/trash taste. It supports the show. And as you can see with all of the names on screen right now, they support the show and they're going to give us their hear me outs a little bit later. And right now you can check out Patreon exclusive content. We have one that you guys can go check out right after this episode. Mudan, play a clip of that. The green M&M is fucking insane.
No, it's not. Dude,
what
have
is-
you seen the green M&M?
I've seen the green M&M.
No. I don't think you've taken a proper look, Joe.
Have you seen the green M&M?
Damn, she bad though. She's bad.
It's the high boots.
It
And
is
you know
the
what's
high
wrong?
boots.
These damn liberals took it away from us. Bro,
Type.
she would give insane head.
She would. I'm not denying that. I mean, those DSLs are crazy, but I don't know, man. I don't want to fuck a piece of chocolate.
You can eat her out after.
But hey, if you want to check that out and support the show in the process and join in on future episodes where we will ask you guys on Patreon for certain things, then let us know and hit up the Patreon at patreon.com/trash taste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us your memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify.
ChatGPT, we are doing the outro to the Trash Taste podcast right now. Do you want to say goodbye to our fans for us?
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me on today's episode. It's been a blast chatting with everyone. To all the listeners, keep being curious. Keep exploring new ideas.
Why does she
and
keep
stay
saying
awesome.
that? Stop saying keep being curious. It's shit.
Bye, guys.
Bye.